A USDA program aimed to help families over the summer is offered to every state. The problem is that South Dakota and a handful of other states did not accept the grant money by last Friday's deadline.
iTeam reporter Beth Warden looks into why the state passed on that funding and what would need to happen to join the program next year. Beth, good evening.
Hello, Andrea and Brian. The EBT program to ensure children had enough food over summer months was designed during the H1N1 outbreak, but was never implemented until the coronavirus pandemic. She knows how to cook. The pandemic EBT program is designed for all students who receive free or reduced price school meals. At least 54,000 South Dakota students would have benefited this summer with $120 in grocery benefits through the SNAP program.
South Dakota has actually not offered pandemic EBT since summer of 2021, so they have been missing out on a lot of federal pandemic EBT funds.
Iowa Representative Sean Bagneski is part of a bipartisan group of lawmakers, faith groups, and Republican county administrators who work together to bring pandemic EBT summer funding to their state.
It's going to feed a lot of Iowans.
They answered objectives, learning the program is long-term, not just this summer, worked through administrative issues with the USDA, and overcame assumptions in the title Pandemic EBT.
And I think that made some people think that it was political to accept the funding, which clearly it wasn't. It's going to come back next year without any mention of the pandemic.
Bagneski believes states provide the money to the federal government. The grant is a way to get some of the funds back.
I think it's really important to not play politics and to play national politics with people's stomachs when they're hungry.
We asked a spokesperson for Governor Noem why the pandemic EBT grant was not accepted. Ian Fury responded, "Federal money often comes with strings attached, and more is often not a good thing. Because of South Dakota's record low unemployment rate and the administrative burden associated with running this program, we declined these particular federal dollars." We asked the USDA about the strings or parameters. It includes sharing of information between 3 state organizations.
Procedures that did have to be put in place between school districts, the state education agency that administers the school meals programs, and the state agency that administers SNAP. The majority of states have made this work.
As far as Fury stating low unemployment as a barrier,
doesn't Iowa have a low unemployment rate too?
Very low, yeah. I think if in South Dakota we can get that kind of critical mass of faith, legislators, and then also Republicans willing to speak up and say this isn't a time for politics, I'm hoping that we can have progress.
Looking at several school districts across the state, 42% of Sioux Falls public school students would have received the EBT funds this summer. Percentages range from 18 to over 80% in school districts across the state. In addition to South Dakota, Alaska, Idaho, Montana, Mississippi, Missouri, and Texas did not join this EBT program. Now, should South Dakota opt into the program next summer, the state would need to cover 50% of the administrative cost, while 100% would have been covered to establish and administer the program this year. Brian?
Beth Warden for us here at 5 o'clock. Beth, thank you.